Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Farm. Thinking right out here in the lab where I do what I do for you. Got something nice for you today. I gave you a lesson on knowing thyself. Then I got the opposite of that, being ignorant of thyself. Let's go. A little heads up, tidbit. All right. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, excuse me. Story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receive them. We got a good thing going. I appreciate you. Let's go. Right Thinker's mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right Thinker's way of life, excuse me, through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers do just that by doing what I do daily to make that happen for you. Give you the lessons you need to know thyself. All you got to do is tune in and practice them. Let's go. So I asked the question, do you know you? It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. So, knowing thyself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and thinks that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm a spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. Right thinkers, I got a problem. I always bring it to my right thinkers. I got an issue. So let's talk about ignorance. There's a lot of that going on. But for some reason, like the N word, we think that ignorance is a black thing. I'm here to tell you, ignorance is not a black thing. A lot of black people are ignorant, granted that, but it's a lot of other group of people just as ignorant. So let's break it down a little bit. I got my perspective and my views about that. Let's talk about it right quick. I ain't cast aspersions. I'm just going by my observation. You know how I do. I tell you what I think and how I feel about what it is I see. So, ignorance, first of all, is the definition is not knowing. That's all. Don't mean stupid. Just means you don't know. And when you're doing things you don't know, you're going to do things that might not be right. So, and then they ask you, why you do that? I don't know. I would whip my kids if their defense was, I don't know. Why'd you do that? At least tell me what your intentions were, what it was. Don't tell me you don't know, and I'm going to whoop your butt. Simple. So have a definition, have understanding, even if it's wrong. Okay, that's my point. Own it. That's all. But when you're ignorant, that just means you don't know. It's not a black thing. We have a lot of ignorant white people. I'm going to make that point known in a minute. So my point is just that when I saw that, why is it all think they think ignorant? Only black people is ignorant. Ignorance don't pick and choose race, creed, or gender. It's in all human beings. It's a fact of just not knowing. And when you don't know something, if you act without knowing you're going to do something wrong, you're going to do something that you may regret, say something that you didn't mean. So all that's part of being ignorant. So ignorance is what? A state of mind and being that you can change it with what? You combat ignorant with knowledge. Not knowing, knowing. Easy, real fix, real simple. Remember, because we live in a duality world, everything has an opposite. And if what you're doing is wrong, just do the opposite. If you're going the wrong way, 180, opposite way. If you think only black people are ignorant, you crazy as a bag of rocks. Because through my observation in society, ignorance to the left of me, ignorant to the right of me. I got ignorance behind me and in front of me. I'm surrounded by ignorance. It ain't about the color. So understand that, race or gender. So ignorance ain't a black thing. Trust me. Let's talk about, okay? No, wait a minute. I got one more for you. Excuse me. Every race of people have ignorance in their race. Every race ain't knowledgeable. Every race ain't wise, and So it's uneducated ignorance. Meaning, if you, no matter what you are, if you're ignorant, it's just you don't know things. You can combat that with getting knowledge. That's why I'm here to help you combat your ignorance of yourself, to just give you knowledge of self. That's it. That's all I got for you. Moving on. So let's talk about white ignorant people for a quick change. Oh, excuse me, Republicans. I can't believe what I see these people do. I can't believe that these people even not in somewhere locked down, because they got to be crazy. I see them with them pickup trucks. They got banners that says Trump or death. Really? Is that serious? Or that's just ignorance personified? Let's see. I can't believe the ignorance of these Republican supporters. If you think that guy is anything other than what he's showing you is, you are really ignorant. Bad stuff, crazy. Nothing about him says good. The man got 90-something indictments, and he calls himself Honest Don. Really? He's selling Bibles. He's asking for money that he had paid to pay his bill that he acquired. He was found guilty of lying to the insurance people. So we already know he's a liar. Moving on. But that's just ignorance. Watch this. Blind, perfect segue. Blind ignorance and blind alliance is what? The true definition of the ignorant people who don't care about reality. Well, what if they ask the question to one of them? But what if he's found guilty and he's locked up? Oh, I still vote for him. I still want to be my president. He can run the country from the jail cell. Really? Is that not ignorant? Maybe it's just me. That has got to be the most ridiculous thing. I can't even go there. I see some what I call delusional, totally delusional people not caring about the truth, the facts. None of that means nothing to them. Well, if I can get them, them kind of people to be right thinkers, unbelievable. Can't even conceive that. But if you have knowledge, self-knowledge, you will know, or any kind of knowledge. You got to be some. You got any kind of knowledge. You got to be a brain surgeon. You got kids who can see that he. I love to ask the kids about him. They know right from wrong and good from bad. They can tell you he's the bad guy. Watch this. You got kids, fifth graders, third graders. See this? No, this guy. But you got grown adults pledging their life to this guy. That's scary. But if you have knowledge, you would know this guy is not a good man. You ain't got to be brain surgeon. You ain't got to be rocket science. He believes. Now, this is what he said. This is what really got me. But I heard other people back him. He believes he can run the country from a jail cell. That tells me everything about him. He's admitting subconsciously that he's a criminal, but that don't stop him from running. Yes, it do. There's a criteria, my man. You're the first ex-president to be convicted of any crimes. And you don't see the problem there? You got your father saying he's the best president ever. What was there around when they did the statistic on President's Day and said that he is the worst president in history? And y'all want him back in the White House? Sorry about that. It's getting personal. Get out of there. Move over. The lesson. Okay, sorry. Now, hatred, jealousy, envy are Satanian qualities. And that's all based on ignorance. When you're ignorant of your higher self, you will have these qualities That's egoistic, aka satanian qualities. That's not good as an individual. If you hate people because of color, racist, prejudice, other than yourself, you are ignorant and you're racist. To not like somebody just because their skin tone is crazy. But we at war because of what? We have different names that we call God. That's the religious war that we've been fighting since forever. Brother against brother over religion. Crazy. That's ignorance. That's ignorance personified. When you will go as far as take somebody's life because of what you want, that ain't cool. Moving on. Your ego is jealous of what? Of everybody but itself. It don't like God. He don't care. That's not the person you should be letting lead you. When you don't want anyone but yourself to do good, that's straight envy. Unbelievable. Wow, that don't again, that's that ego thing. And these are all qualities that people have, and they probably don't even recognize it for what it is. They just think, well, but no, that's ego. That's just ignorance. That's just wrong. How about that? If it's wrong, why you do it? If you don't want something done to you, you shouldn't do that to other people. That's just fair. And if you're the kind of person who wants to inflict pain and everything on everybody else, but when it comes to you, you deserve what you get. Your kind of people deserve just what they give out. They should get just what they get. That's what karma is for. You're going to get back what you put out. You reap what you sow. So if you're a bad person, you can't expect good things to happen to you. Moving on. That's common sense. And you think other than that, yeah, you're ignorant because you don't know, obviously. All right. If you're led by your ego, again, you're led by ignorance. And that's never good. Again, ignorance knows no race, no boundaries, nothing. It just know it wants what it wants. And it can't be satisfied. Sounds familiar? If you follow a lie, aka I call belief system, because there's some flaws in that practice. Yes, I said you are ignorant. When you are going with belief, that's saying you don't know. I'm going with what I know. And if you're going to argue what I know with what you believe, you're never going to win that fight. So don't waste your time. And I won't engage with that. Why? I would avoid that nonsense. It's useless. Okay? You can believe what you want. It's like I can know what I want. If they don't match, no problem. You go with your belief, I go with my knowledge, and we'll be fine. But when you start invoking what you believe onto me, we're going to have a problem because I ain't trying to invoke what I know on you. Moving on. Of course, it's Islam. I don't care. I don't care about that either. I feel just as about same thing about Islam I do about Christianity. Y'all bunch of believers of something that's not true. Moving on. Again, because you believe it, don't make it true. I got that understanding. Do you? You can be ignorant of what? A lot of things. And I'm also guilty. I don't know everything. No, could care less about everything, but I know me. How about you? You know everything, but don't know you? That's foolish. I am also ignorant of a lot of things. But one of them is not myself. What my man Jay-Z said, I got 99 problems, but the B ain't one. I may have a whole bunch of problems, but be ignorant of myself ain't one. That's all. And it shouldn't be yours. Why? You can take care of that problem. That's a you problem. Moving on. Where we go? Where we at? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, how you go? What's this? Yeah. You can stop being ignorant. Just get a teacher. Tune in to me. I can help you with that. That's my goal. But you can, by becoming what? A right thinker. I got you. And you get self-knowledge. That means you're going to learn about you. I'm not here giving you psychology classes. I'm not here giving you a rocket science class. Nope. Knowledge of self, what I'm giving you. Information that you can use, implement, that's going to make you understand or know you. Let's go. When you have Well, a whole bunch of people here. This is a whole bunch of stuff here. Oh, excuse me. 85% of people. What is that? When you have 85% of people that's ignorant of themselves, y'all are destined to be led and led and led. Y'all ain't ever gonna change that dynamic until you what become conscious, stop being ignorant of yourself. Knowledge of self is the stranger to them. They don't have a clue about who they are. They so caught up in what they believe and what somebody told them, they don't have a clue who they are. So leave them be. Avoid them. That's what you gotta do. Fighting with them, trying to prove no, it's a waste of your time. I told you, I avoid them. Moving on. If we as black people would just become conscious of ourselves, and we can change the world. We still talking about the problem. We all know the problem. Lack of knowledge is the problem. I'm trying to help by giving knowledge, and y'all still praying about the problem. Start doing some solutioning. How about that? Sorry, let me back up. Last one again. I appreciate you doing that. I'm getting a little annoyed. Ignorance, again, is the enemy of what? Knowledge, aka right thinkers. I want to know. I'm not trying to be ignorant of who I am. And if I'm ignorant of anything other than that, I go to somebody who know that I can learn. But I'm not gonna just run around here and be ignorant of myself. Moving on. A lot of us could care less. They rather know something else. Let me wrap this up again. I appreciate you tuning in, but ignorance is not a black thing. Right thinking philosophy's goal is to take you from what? The ignorant state of mind of not knowing yourself and enlighten you with knowledge of self to get you into knowledge of self, aka light and understanding of who you really are. Knowledge versus ignorance. Okay. Good versus evil. Right versus wrong. Virtue versus vice. Who gonna win? Excuse me. Not ignorance. But it wins out when what? You surrender and you give into the nonsense, which is your ego. That's how ignorance wins out. Because it's represented by the ignorance of you. Ignorance is what? It's fire. Okay? It burns and destroys. Okay, got that. But when the fire burning, how you beat fire? Come on now. The opposite. I'm telling you, it ain't just got all fire. There's something that's gonna combat that fire. Okay? Ignorance is the fire. So how do you put out the fire of ignorance? Within, excuse me, how? With what? Knowledge, aka water. Water puts fire out. That's why knowledge will beat out ignorance every time. That's right thinking philosophy. Be the water to that fire of ignorance and put it out, extinguish it. That's my lesson. That's hope I got the point across to you. And in closing, right thinkers, may you live to be 100 and me 100 minus a day. So I never knew that right thinkers like you have passed away. And keep the water flowing, right thinkers. Put out the fire of ignorance with water of knowledge.